We got Cory Joseph in the building. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm good, man. How the workout been going?
Workout's been going crazy, man. I'm getting back in the swing of things, getting ready for next year. My boy Ronnie over here, they taking care of me. Man, we working hard. As you see, I'm drenched in sweat.
You went to Finley Prep, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all were top 2 in the country. How was it when you transferred over there from Canada?
Man, it was crazy because when I first went there, like I didn't know how the team would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was I think it was like one of the first or second year they were going, like transferring into the high school.
Yeah.
Because they used to be a prep school, right?
Yeah.
And people still, carried on the name Finley Prep, but we transferred into the high school because the team had got younger.
Yeah.
I didn't know who was gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I know I took a visit with my mom's. I was like 15, 16 at the time. You know what I mean? So I took a visit with my mom's a couple months beforehand, and I talked to the coaches and whatnot. And she felt like it was a good opportunity for me, not only for exposure, but just a good lifestyle over there. And she, respected the coach's character.
Yeah.
So that's what we, kind of came down to. Because you got to think even beyond the basketball part of it, like your parents coming from another country, almost got to let their kid go. You know what I mean? All the way to a different country.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? And to follow his dreams. So they were, supportive of that.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful every day for that. But then getting there, we ended up getting Avery Bradley came to the school, and then we had a bunch of other D1 recruits, DJ Richardson, a bunch of guys. And then Tristan came halfway through that year. We ended up winning the whole thing.
Was that your first time from Canada to the U.S. when you first came down?
Yeah, it wasn't my first time to the U.S. because I played for Grassroots Canada.
Yeah.
With Roe Russell, like AU team.
Okay.
So we used to all hop in like the little 16-seater.
Yeah.
And we would drive down to Philly.
For real?
Or wherever, New York or wherever it is to get, some games in. So we started to kind of get a little bit of buzz from that.
Yeah.
And playing over here. And then obviously when I got to Finland, I still had to prove myself. I was ranked like, I forget what the ranking sites was called, but I was ranked like 180th when I first got here.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So then from there, that explains why you and Tristan went to Texas.
Yeah, we went to school together.
Because you went to school together, yeah.
In Finlay, we did that. I mean, he came, so we did a year and a half together in Finlay.
Yeah.
And then we both went to Texas, But I knew Tristan since playing,
since a youngin'.
Yeah, since a real youngin'. Like he lived on the west side, I lived on the east side.
Okay.
Just right outside the city.
Yeah.
We play against each other, it's called like state ball, you know what I mean? It was province ball, like Ontario basketball association, whatever. We played against. I would play for Scarborough Blues, Scarborough on the east side. We played for Brampton, so we just kind of formed a relationship from then. So he went down to New Jersey a couple years before I went to the States. When my brother went to college in the States, that's when I decided to also go to high school because he's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
We left at the same time.
Damn, so how was it when you touched down in Texas? Or you're like, damn, this ought to be.
At that time, I was acclimated in the States. I was kind of like, a lot of people get that, homesickness when they go to college. But I was away from home for 2 years already. You know what I mean?
You was used to it.
Yeah, I was already doing my own laundry and all types of stuff like that. So I was used to it. I was acclimated in the U.S. You know what I mean? The funny story is the first time I came to the U.S. at Finlay. I was at the school we having practice. It's like one of the first days. And I asked one of my teammates, he's American, I'm like, where's the washroom? You know what I mean? But not knowing that, bathroom, washroom in Canada is the same. Like we call our bathroom the washroom. And he told me like, oh, it's back at the house. You know what I'm saying? Because he was thinking it was the laundry room. Like that's, I guess, how he associated with it. So I'm like, what? The school don't have no bathroom? The school doesn't have a bathroom? So we live like across the street down the block. So I ran back to the house, used the bathroom, or I called it washroom, came back, and I'm like, bro, this school don't have nowhere for me to piss. You know what I mean? He was like, bro, he's like, washroom? I thought you asked me for the laundry room. Like, that's when I realized, like, oh, I got a car and bathroom out here. Just little things like that, I always knew it as like the washroom growing up.
Y'all can hear the accent in the video. His accent hasn't left.
The accent's all confused though,
Yeah, so you from Canada, we hear him.
Yeah, I got a Caribbean dad. I got You know, my mom's Canadian. I got Canadian, obviously, and I'm obviously been in the States for so long. It's almost coming up on the same amount of time as I was in Canada, now in the States.
Yeah, that's facts. So after Texas, it was obvious he was going to the league. Like that was well known.
Not really. I had a wide range. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My range was from 20 all the way to 40.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I was really contemplating maybe to come back or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like maybe I could have won lottery that next year.
Yeah.
But you know, the opportunity was given. You know, and it worked out. I got drafted by the Spurs, which was the best, you know, situation for me and for my career. Which, you know, I'm thankful every day that I got drafted by them. And it was a tough. So I worked out when I was in workouts, NBA workouts, because at that time you couldn't put your name back. Like you couldn't go back to college. Once you put your name in, you was done. You know, eligibility was done. If you go to the combine and whatnot. I worked out for like 2018, you know? Like including like the group workouts, plus like I was doing back to backs because I had such a wide range. From 20 to 40. You know what I mean? And I ended up going 29, kind of landed right in the middle, but that was a lot of time. But I worked out for everybody. Basically. You know what I mean? I was on a grind. Serious grind, and I was out there with John Lucas. Once again, thankful. Because thankful. Once again, I'm super thankful for him and his family because they really looked out for me. They took me in as a son to, you know what I mean, and basically helped me out through that process. Because I had open workout and all the GMs and whatnot to come watch me in Houston. So I was there just grinding away too.
You had to go like the NBA meetings and everything. You know, like what was like the wildest question you got asked like in those NBA meetings?
I didn't get. Man, they do so much homework like on you.
They know everything.
Yeah, they know everything. Like they talk to your preschool teacher. Like they know everything. So I didn't get too much wild questions. You know what I mean? I think like just talking to me, trying to figure out, more so talking to me, trying to figure out my basketball IQ, my mind, about different scenarios. We would run through different scenarios, just because I'm a PG, so we would run through different scenarios on the court, and how I kind of get to know how I kind of think, you know what I mean? But I didn't have too many out of the blue wild questions, really. But I've heard stories now, like
I know, that's why. So you got drafted by San Antonio, you got a ring with them and everything. So like, how was it when you first touched down? Like when you got picked, you got the call from Pop. Like he the first one to call you. How was that combo like when you first spoke to him?
San Antonio, man, they're a great organization. Everybody knows how much it's a great organization. It was funny though, because I didn't even know I was getting drafted by San Antonio until I see my name. Like usually you get the call beforehand, like we're about to pick you, whatnot. You know what I mean? But I didn't even get the call. Like, I just see my name across the, David Stern came out. David Stern came out and announced my name. You never know. Like sometimes you usually get like a little heads up. So we was all excited. Getting drafted to them, it was a lockout year too, though. You know what I'm saying? So it was unique because we were waiting around, just working out, and then once like things started going, we had a week of training camp, not even, and then we were right into games. So I had to pick things up on the fly, like especially with an organization like that they've been like Tony, Manu, Tim, and all those guys been there for a long time already. So Tony's walking up the court and he's doing hand signals, calling the plays out. And I'm looking like, damn, I gotta learn all these hand signals and stuff. Like I gotta learn sign language basically because, he didn't say a word, he would just call out, just dribbling, he would just do some twisting fingers and everybody would know what the play is, so I had to learn a lot.
Did you fuck up a lot like early on, like with the, like in practices, I know you gotta learn a bunch of plays.
I would fuck up sometimes for sure. But I mean, Pop, they did a great job. Pop, Chip England, Chad Forshire, all of those guys. Ime Udoka, Bud, Buddha, all those guys were there when I was there. Jock Bond, all those guys were there. They helped me a lot. Just get me up to speed, and we worked out before practice, after practice, all the time. So I can, they really invested a lot of time into me. And that's all you can ask me. Respect them.
That first finals run, because you lost the first year, right? When y'all won 7 games with the Heat.
Yeah,
the first year.
Yeah,
So
Ray Allen hit that shot.
Hit that shot. Hey, that shot is still that shot is still crazy to this day. What was kind of like the vibe after? Like I knew you guys like, oh, we're gonna run it back next year for sure.
It was one of those things. It's like nobody talked about it. Like we didn't talk about it much. Nobody really talked about it.
Yeah.
But you could tell it was on the back of everybody's mind. Like
Yeah.
there was a certain seriousness and a certain focus to that year that was just unbelievable, and it transferred over to the games. You know what I mean? Like when we got between the lines, there wasn't much joking that year. It was like
Everyone.
you know what I mean? Yeah, everybody was locked in. You know what I mean? Yeah, you still have jokes, and we went to dinners a lot off the court and whatnot, and of course, with friends, we still joke around and whatnot. But on the court, it was business for sure. It was my job too, you know, because I was in and out, you know. Sometimes I'll be second guard, sometimes I'll be third guard. You know, we had Patty there too, and Patty was going crazy. He was hitting all the shots, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So, my job was, you know, especially in practice, people don't see that, you know, from the fan standpoint of view. Like they see, you know, there might be the 15th guy or the 13th, 12, 11 guy, whatever, down on the bench, but they don't know all the work that they putting in behind the court, especially to help the teammates and to contribute. And that's really like, you know what I mean? That I was doing that as well as when my name was called, go out there and hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. I'll never forget like that year when we won it. The year after that, Game 6 in OKC. You know, I didn't play the first half. Tony got injured, his hamstring, you know what I mean? And then Pop, you know what I mean, being the coach that he is, he called my name to start the second half. We was down 7. Then when they took me out the game, I think we were like tied or up 2. And that just kind of, you know, spark plug. And we ended up winning that game, finishing the series in OKC, Game 6, and I allowed Tony to get a little bit more time to rest his hamstring, you know what I'm saying?
When you got that ring, I know y'all was, I know that shit was, a lot of people don't experience that, you know, like a lot of people don't.
Man, it was amazing. And I think we was one of the first teams, I don't know, I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but we was one of the first teams to do that, like an international tour with the trophy.
Oh,
because we had so many international players, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody got to take the trophy to where they were from, their home country or wherever they were from, wherever they wanted to for a week.
Yeah.
So I took it back to the stomping grounds, to the 6, man. I was everywhere with that thing, bro. I was damn near sleeping with it, like.
With the vibe, like after y'all won, like in the locker room, it was crazy.
Celebration, bro. Celebration.
Yeah, that's
celebration. You know what I mean?
That's so.
Celebrating, our homies celebrating, man. I only spent 4 years there.
4? Oh, you got. Oh.
So I spent 4 years, my rookie deal there.
Yeah.
And then my 4th year, I was on a qualifying offer.
Yeah.
But then, you know, LaMarcus Aldridge was coming.
Okay.
So they had to free up a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So they ended up taking back my qualifying offer.
Yeah.
And then I got offered by Toronto. I stayed and I went home. I signed a 4-year deal with Toronto.
Yeah.
So then I was there in Toronto for 2 years. That was another crazy experience, bro, because you back for it, you know what I mean? Where you from? Like, I go out on the street and I know everybody on the street from young. Like, not only that they're fans of the game, but I know these people, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of love, amazing. Like, when you dream of that. The city that you're in, if they have an NBA team, dream of playing for the NBA team.
Yeah, that's right.
I was thankful I got to do that for 2 years, and then I got traded to Indiana. I was there for 2 years.
You were David West?
No, I wasn't. That was before.
That was before. Okay, you were gone.
Paul George, I just left.
Okay.
When I came.
Okay.
I came in with like Victor, Sabonis, and those guys. We all came in at the same year.
Okay.
And then. So then we came there, and then I stayed there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sacramento for a year and a half. And I got traded to Detroit for last year for half the year. Also like somewhat half the year. And then I was in Detroit last year as well.
You've been around like the rookie, like Cade and everyone, and everybody like that. So how's it seem watching them develop? You're a vet.
Yeah.
I know that's wild. It's probably wild for you to hear.
Crazy.
Like you a vet now, so like.
I still feel young, brother.
Yeah, that's
I am young, but I still feel young.
Yeah. That's how it go. That's how it go though.
Yeah, for sure. Nah. K's gonna be, like I said, I always say, K's gonna be a superstar. I truly believe it. There's a lot of very talented young guys we got on the team, man.
Yeah.
For real, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of confident young dudes. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the experience of like the playoffs and everything in that aspect. A lot this year we're in a lot of close games, but experience will come. I mean, experience.
Yeah.
Experience will come, but they're hungry. Work extremely hard. Momentum is there.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time that we could, cross that hump. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for these next couple of years to come.
What's something people don't know about the league, like as far as like from a training standpoint, like how you prep for each season, like mentally and physically? Like what's something like going in each off season? What do you look to do? It's not the same from high school.
I mean, I think people like they could imagine what happens behind the scenes, but you'll never really truly understand until you're in the position or you're seeing it on an everyday basis. The work you have to put into your body and your mind throughout the year. It's a long year, and we're playing extremely hard every other day, or if not back to back. Some days, sometimes back to back.
Yeah, that's right.
Like it's you know what I mean? It's tough. Like, it's definitely, you're playing the best athletes in the world.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta really focus on that. It's tough to pinpoint what's one thing. It's tough to pinpoint one thing that people will be shocked about, because I think people kind of have that imagination where they think that they know what's going on behind the scenes. But all I can say is you don't really you can get somewhat of an imagination, but when you're there and you're doing it, it's different, bro. You have to have a certain focus going about it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. I'm not gonna hold you too much. You gotta be out.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my G.